Tell me about your back.
Back in October, I slipped on a bit of clay and I landed on my tailbone and did some damage. But many years ago, when I first started dairy farming, I was shoveling and I slipped on my shoulder as well.
So we've got two things to work on.
Yeah.
Come and join me on stage. Give her a round of applause. Movement have you got in this shoulder?
I seem to have a semi-full range of movement.
Just show me, just so I can see. Yep, and backwards. Oh, good girl. Right, yep. Now show us your good arm, just so that we can compare it. Right, and then show us this arm again, just so we've got that right. So it's not as good, is it? No, right, that's okay, cool. And how long ago did you do that?
My shoulder would be about 17 or 18 years ago.
Right. Now, immediately they've said surgery, so she's being prepared for surgery, so just let yourself relax. So this is another one where a week from today, so next Wednesday evening, wear white, have a glass of water on your bedside. Okay, cool. And if you can give me a running commentary, if you get any sensation in that shoulder, just let me know what it is you feel.
Yep.
Now, just then, something happened with Lisa's hand. Did you see the fingers move? Which was quite an unusual movement, so I suspect that was the entities.
My shoulder's going really hot right now, around the shoulder blade.
And it's not, she's not under a light. There are some lights, but the heat will be where the lights are, not here. All right, they're making an incision. Now, sometimes people pass out on me. I'm not expecting this to happen with Lisa. They do let me know when that's going to happen. And that's why we sit you in a chair, so that I don't have to catch you. Now, this is a funny thing to ask Lisa, but how's your nose feeling?
My nose is fine.
Cool. Right, they're discarding something from the shoulder.
My hand is making really random movements.
It is, and you're not moving it, are you?
No, I'm not.
No. So in the same way that the spirits can move my hand, they can actually move the person on stage with me, their hand as well. That's it, just relax, it's okay. Feels really weird, doesn't it?
Yes.
You've never experienced anything like this, have you?
No, and I've got goosebumps going all through my body as well.
And I didn't pay you to come along tonight
No.
and make this up, did I?
No.
No. Okay.
Why would my leg be starting to twitch?
That's where the energy needs releasing from, so that's fine. It's cool. Now, it is my hand on your right shoulder. I am.
Yeah.
Mostly tonight, I haven't even needed to touch anybody, but they're just asking me to just touch her on the right shoulder, which is the opposite to the one that's being worked on. So the one that's being worked on, I'm still not going to physically touch. I don't need to because they're doing the work. Right,
I feel like I'm losing control of my leg.
That's okay. It's okay. That's why she sat in a chair, because otherwise she'd be on the floor by now. And that's something to do with the spines. There's 3 surgeons working at the moment. One's working on the shoulder and 2 are working on the back. So my life changed immeasurably at the age of 31. I was a manager for Lloyds Bank in the UK, doing very, very successfully. And I started seeing, first of all, my grandfather, then I saw my grandmother, then I started seeing spirit world. And throughout that experience, there have been experiences with spirit world, like our relatives, and then there's higher beings, teachers. And the more I've worked with them, the more I want to work with them. Not only is the wisdom that comes through them really profound, but they fill me with a a beautiful energy. So my own spiritual progression has accelerated through working with them. When you work as a medium, just passing on messages from loved ones in spirit world, very often you've got a spirit in your space who is less evolved than you are, and it can leave you feeling lousy for days. You have to learn to clear your space and look after yourself energetically. Now what's happening for you, Lisa?
The pain's moved from my shoulder and my neck is really, really warm.
Yep. A bit like having a heat lamp on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, now just try moving that arm. Oh, that shoulder.
I haven't been able to do that for years. I could do backstroke again.
Yes. Now, let's see how we're doing with your back.
Do you want me to stand up?
Go on.
What do you want me to do?
Oh, just, how does your back normally hurt?
It's normally when I'm sitting down because it's my tailbone, and then when I stand up, my legs jam up.
Okay.
But it didn't jam as much as what it would normally jam up.
Okay, sit down.
It's more my right leg.
Right, the entity wants you to stand up. You're going to walk to this speaker, then walk back. They just need to assess what's happening. Right, okay. If you can just stand here and face that way. So these are spirit world doctors and surgeons that work through me. The one that's in me at the moment is a surgeon. Very often when I do large demonstrations, it's almost like the bigger the crowd, the higher the surgeon. It's quite bizarre. Okay. And in the same way that in a hospital we may have junior doctors do an initial assessment and then hand over to a surgeon, that's what happens in spirit world terms. Now, one of the things I've learnt over the years, I used to think that, I called on the spirits and never summoning, don't get me wrong, but I held them in my awareness, and that's what made the link. With these, they hold me in their awareness. They are so in charge, it's not funny. Which is a bit entertaining. When I go to bed at night, my partner says, "Is it you or have you got a fella still in there?" It could be quite odd, couldn't it? Cuddling up to your wife and then she feels like a man. Energetically. How's that feeling, Lisa?
I feel like I've got pins and needles going down to my right ankle.
Yep. So that's very often when circulation is stopped in an area, you'll get pins and needles. That's bad pins and needles. But then when energy is being reintroduced to an area, you can get like a tingling and a pins and needles feeling. So what happens is as blood flow comes in, it brings in the oxygen and the energy in the form of glycogen and other nutrients. And then the veins take away the deoxygenated blood and the carbon dioxide, the waste matter from... Every cell in your body needs oxygen in and carbon dioxide out. And so just in here is the pain. Usually I can take it straight down to earth. For some reason they're like doing this. All the energy that gets removed is dealt with by the entities. Right, Lisa, have a walk around and just notice how that feels.
Feels pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I normally get a bit of pain in there as well from the injury, but it's not too bad.
Right, just go there. All right. All right, so the entity that's with me is one of the premier surgeons in Spirit World. It's not too bad, doesn't cut it with this surgeon. He can't have somebody going away saying, "Oh, it's not too bad." Now, what is it we need to fix for your husband? He's not put his hand up.
My husband,
Yeah.
he has scoliosis in his back.
That's the back I'm supposed to work on. You see, he's not going to really get what's happened to you unless he experiences something himself, is he?
Very true.
It's very true, yes. Now, these entities are not going to give you a new belief system. That's what religion's for. But they are here to open your eyes about what is possible. And in the best possible way, the entity's saying, and there's nothing that special about me, Jeanette, to be able to do this. I've worked with them now for 19 years, which is why I can do what I can do. But they need more people like me to do this work through. And both you and your husband would make far better healers than you do farmers. And he doesn't mean that with any offence, you see, but if you're not in the right job, your body will start aching. You weren't happy about having to, I don't know if you're lugging sacks or whatever, when you did your shoulder, you weren't happy about it that day, and it manifested in your body accordingly. Yeah?
Yes.
And not that it should matter, but he just says, and you'll make far more money as a healer than as a farmer. And you're not so dependent on the weather. That's a big stress, isn't it? It's a big stress for farmers. You can't control the weather. Well, you could if your consciousness was evolved enough, but... Now, what's happening down your arm at the moment?
Oh, it feels very heavy.
Yeah. A bit like it's gone to sleep.
Yeah.
That's a bit like anaesthesia, because they've done surgery to the shoulder. So Lisa, they are going to come in a week from today, and they're going to redo the stitches. Remove the stitches, not redo the stitches. One of the nice things about this work is if the wrong things come out of my mouth, they correct. Yeah, they're pretty fast. It's just come out of my mouth, and then they just say, no, not going to redo them, we're going to remove them. Right, walk around once more, please.
There's no pain in my knee.
No?
No.
How's your back?
It's good.
On a scale of 1 to 10, if 10 is perfect, how is it?
8.
No, they want you sat down again, Lisa, sorry. So just sit down, that's it. Because the problem now isn't a physical problem in the back, it's in her mind. One of the things that can happen for you is when you've had a condition for a length of time, you move your body and your physiology expecting still to have the pain. And this little clicking is actually, my fingers are clicking up here, but they're actually going into the brain and the memory that's stored at a cellular level. Right now, if you'd like to try and walk